Off.
Hello, sandbaggers, and welcome back in a fortnight of disc golf where no disc golf really happened to speak of, except this fortnight in disc golf, Adelaide got the weekend of Gavaround completely wrong. And in a weekend of disc golf where Matty Faz figured out the secret to not getting injured is to not play disc golf at all. Welcome to the clubhouse, Matty Faz. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me back, fellas. I didn't get to play around with you, so to speak, last time, but I'm feeling all right. It's got some bad news today, but we don't want to really hear about the injury woes of us and MA2 player Ash. So, yeah, thanks for having me. Let's get to it.
No, that's fair, mate. I mean, you say I don't want to hear about the injury woes of an us and MA2 player, but you did move in with me. It does seem to be my lot in life now. But also on the couch, we have Kyle the Style File Herbertson. How are you, Kyle?
Hoping that nickname dies eventually.
Won't.
Okay, I'll know that for future. But until then, I've been good. I've been busy. Life's been chaotic, but we're here. We're on the couch and having a good time.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be here fortnightly. We've got a lot to cover tonight. There's no one else of note on the couch. Oh no, there is the little fella himself, the pocket rocket, the 790 rated demon, Jason Weidner. How are you?
Good, thanks. 793, that is. Yeah, just got an update. No, it's good to be here. Thank you to all the Parked Clubhouse Nuffies for joining us once again. And one thing I've noticed early on is Kyle's managed to move his way up to second on the couch. So is there more to that? Has Matty been demoted or?
I hope not. But because one of the few things that's actually good that's happened to me is you guys hooked me up with this sweet Heiser Flight
I
t-shirt.
noticed that.
And obviously it was the main reason that I want to be on the team. So I just want to send a message to Hayden or any other prospective sponsors out there that I am a whore and this vessel of the body is open to any advertising. I'll advertise anything. I'll write something on my forehead. Anything you want me to do. If you're going to hook me something for free or a little bit of cash, I'll do it.
Some of that new information, some of it old.
Matty, it's hard for me to come to terms with this, but I guess moving to that end of the couch is like how easily bought we are.
Tommy from Jindy Disc Golf Shop, I hope you're listening. This vessel, advertising space.
All right. Well, I mean, we didn't create this show as a vessel for Matty Faz to sell himself out, but we kind of knew that would happen anyway. That's the way it always goes now. Hasn't been much happening on the major front this last few weeks, boys, but we might have played some disc golf. We know Matty Faz hasn't. Anything you noticed, any tournaments you saw, any tournaments you played? I know Jason and I played skins at the mighty Royal Stony Creek. Anything else, boys?
Not much for me. The closest I got to a disc golf course was driving out to camp over the Easter weekend, seeing a couple baskets floating around at Camp Halqua at the base of Bulla.
Right.
We were going through at 80-odd, but I managed to spot a couple of baskets. But
You would.
yeah, I would, Jase. I would.
You can smell baskets.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't the top of Bulla. What are baskets doing down here? Did they fall down over the ski season?
Yeah, right. So the camp you were at, this Camp Halqua, that had baskets in it.
Yeah, there were a couple of baskets there. This was a private campsite, so
Right.
they run like school camps and stuff.
Right.
But has been busy apparently.
Did they ask you for ID when you went to the school camp?
No, mate. I was in undercover, no questions asked.
Yeah, right. Nice.
There's some good things about this baby face, mate.
Lovely. Matty Faz, we know you haven't done much. Is there anything you've been up to, watching any coverage, doing any putting?
Oh yeah, I've watched the lack of gatekeeper coverage as Kyle and I were discussing just before the show. Maybe we're going to be the primary driver for gatekeeper once we start to get that content together. But it's a little disappointing because I really like the gatekeeper coverage, but they seem to be squeezed out by Jomez and DGN. Is that the partnership that's
A little bit, yeah. I think that, look, I've been a bit busy. So, unfortunately, there hasn't been much Aussie coverage coming out on Gatekeeper recently, but looking to make that change. But I think the Aussie coverage will be a bit of a mainstay this year.
Yep. We know they love it on Gatekeeper. We know they love the Aussie coverage. They love the Aussie voices on there, the Aussie players, all that sort of stuff. So, really looking forward to getting out there, getting that on there because, they're our boys, Gatekeeper. They've been good to us. They've been good to Australian disc golf. Our man Fish, getting the commentary out there. Really get around Gatekeeper at the moment. Watch all the disc golf, but also get around what Gatekeeper are doing. They are trying to do some interesting stuff with the footage they've got. Definitely. Jase, anything from you?
Not really. As you said, I played the skins, Sam Stoyer's little skins tournament at Royal Stony Creek.
Yep.
And that was good fun. I managed to walk away with twice the amount of money that I put in, so I was happy to do that. But no, not really. Apart from that, we had a pretty casual round at Werribee a week or so ago.
We did too.
But yeah, apart from that, no, I've been taking it pretty easy with just easing into the cooler weather and a few tournaments on the rise. So just a little bit of a lull in Victorian disc golf the last few weeks. But hopefully they'll end soon, Ash.
I'm hoping for that lull to end reasonably soon. I'm heading over to Crater Lakes next weekend for the I think it's the Crater Lakes Classic they call it. Yeah, so signed myself up for that and then figured out how I was going to get there and where I was going to stay later on for a change. I figured that was a nice relaxing way for me to do a tournament. But get this, for a car trip over there, I got hit up by the man Darren Stay-Smith during the week. It's going to be me, Darren Stay-Smith, and Mitch Evers on the way over there. And the house we're staying in, at this stage, the group chat has had the three of us sidle into it. Jono Dragged, Gareth Morgan.
Oh boy.
And I think Matty Tulip might be sliding in there as well.
Jeez.
So yeah, we've got a bit of a reptile tank going over at Crater Lake, so that should be fun. But yeah, so that's been the last couple of weeks for me. Played the skins, obviously. I've just actually about half an hour ago got out of Dave Gannon's head. So it was nice staying in there all week, Dave. But got on Dave Gannon's card, had Alex Evans and David Wood as well. So managed to take home about $80 from that, which I was happy with. And yeah, so good day, good little concept. So hit us up in the comments if you've been playing disc golf at all, if there's any tournaments we missed. But we will get through the big ones throughout the night. So we do have a lot planned for you content-wise tonight, guys. We've got a big interview guest that we've managed to secure. I finally managed to... Big. He wants us to keep it a surprise, though. He doesn't want us to forward sell it too much. So, yeah, but do stick around for that one. But what I wanted to get into first, and what we've all been waiting for, we have waited a week for this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's back. Matty's Media Watch.
You break every step you take. I've been watching you.
Yes, I've been horizontal for the past 2 weeks, so I've had my very keen eye on disc golf social media as I like to do. Reddit. I'm going to start with the Redditors, the disc golf Redditors. I've come across this little image. Look, it's a bit of a negative one, and I don't want to throw shade at a guy who clearly, we think missed the start of his tee time, but Jacob Curtis here, you can see for the first 5 holes, he's gone par +4. Now, can't slide a guy for being late. You never know what happened, but I've got a few theories as to why he may have been late for his round.
Tell us.
I've ordered them in. I've got them in order of least likely to most likely.
Okay.
Like it.
All right.
Yeah.
Like
So the first one, his nickname is the Cupcake. So maybe I'm thinking the cupcake got a little too baked the night before, slept in and missed the alarm.
Is his nickname Cupcake?
Cupcake.
I've never heard anyone say that before.
Yeah. I think it's got something to do with his stature and potentially his haircut.
Yeah.
Or his muffin tops, maybe?
He's got a strong core, almost an Aiden-like physique.
Yeah.
Young Cupcake.
All right.
My second theory, probably a little more likely, he was on the drive to the course, came to an intersection, but just couldn't commit to entering it, just sort of waited and waited and waited. And, look, hesitation obviously cost him there, 20 shots? But no, the third and most likely reason that I think Cupcake didn't make his start time or the first 5 holes is that he was going through one last pre-round practice putt, and his card mates were actually able to get 5 holes in while he went through his final routine. Not known for his brevity in the old putting routine is Cupcake. That's what I think happened. So, look, he got onto the course eventually and obviously ruined his tournament from the start, but I think he played out the event. I didn't bother to look, to be honest.
Back for AB in round 3.
Yeah, I noticed him a lot on coverage on Jomez. So,
hit us up. Confirm or deny, mate.
Yeah.
Here first.
We know he watches. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why wouldn't he?
Next day, though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Cupcake. Don't hate us. The next one. This one actually came through my Facebook Messenger by co-host Jason here. He sent me an account that I should follow. He wanted me to check out an FPO player and her peach. I'll just show you the footage.
First time. That's pretty far.
Yeah, it was pretty far. I didn't know, Jase, which peach was I meant to be focusing on? Was it the disc or the prettier of the 2 peaches?
I knew when I sent that to you, Matty, that you would know exactly what I mean.
Anyway, that's Ditzy Disc Golf. She likes to throw the peach and likes to flaunt the peach too, I guess. Ditzy Disc Golf on Instagram, yeah.
She's a great follow. Make up for Matty.
Yeah. Look, I can see the ratings just dip. The cancel calls come in. Okay, we can recover from that though. All right, this third one, we're going to bring it back to the local scene. Friend of the show, the Melton Meatball, Josh Smith. We've seen him on Parks coverage before. He's just, I guess, modeling the new Kingfisher shirts, which look fantastic, by the way. And Kingfisher, don't forget, I am open advertising space, so I'll wear that shirt. Absolutely. So the Kingfisher shirt, yeah, so really nice shot, Jase, there.
Yeah. That's fairly unassuming, just showing off the shirt there, just a modelling shot.
Yeah, you can see where the power comes from Josh. He's got quite the firm and strong back there. But take a look at the second image if you want to take us there, Ash.
Oh.
Now, you can see the texture of the image changes a little bit.
And
he's...
Who was this sent to? Is this through Snapchat, Matty? Are you snapping Josh Smith?
I mean, he's using the kind of filter that your middle-aged auntie who's just discovered Facebook would use for a profile picture. So I don't really know.
Is it a pout? Is that a pout?
I think it's a little bit of duck face, but it's clearly filtered. Josh, it's just a little. You'll notice if I keep catching you using filters online, mate. You're a middle-aged man.
Matty, do you want me to turn ours off? Or?
He's got the Hello Kitty eye filter on, hasn't he?
I think so. Look, he's a naturally good-looking man. You don't need the filter, mate. That's Joshy Smith.
But Matty, did you notice the actual title of that post?
No, just the obvious filter.
Have a read of the caption there, Matty.
Shout out to Kingfisher Disc Golf for the new shirts. Hopefully the golf is as sick. Hashtag Melton Meatball approved.
So he's taking on the nickname, Matty. So the Melton Meatball approves.
That's one of your better ones, actually, Matty. Melton Meatball. And that was not cleared with any of the other comments. He just threw that in and I had to carry on, even though I just heard that. So.
Yeah, pretty known for my ad-lib skills, actually. But yeah. No, Josh Smith, we love you, but the filters, mate, I'm going to keep an eye on your next few photos that you post. All right. Look, I don't like to go at this guy. He's a Parks media favourite. He's a man that throws for a team that hopefully scoops me up. Tim Bowen. I've kept a pretty close eye on his social media activity.
We're definitely allowed to go at Tim Bowen.
I don't like it.
Exactly making it part of the clubhouse debut.
I don't like it. But I've kept an eye on his socials ever since he got the Prodigy gig, and congratulations again, Tim. But mate, we need something else from you. I'm just going to put together a little package that producer Ash and I put together during the week. Tell me the degree, I guess, of variety that you've seen from this package in the last 2 months of Tim Bowen's Instagram account. Okay,
that's a nice one.
Forehand.
Yeah.
Oh, it's some flex forehand.
Yeah,
It's also a
flex, and it looks to be overstable plastic he's throwing there. I think it's a reverb.
Reverb, is it? Yeah,
could be another reverb. What do you got here? Approaching. Oh yeah, force over forehand. Oh no,
Here we go.
When he might have been turning around for a backhand there. He's got the distortion. Is that an overstable disc? Just looking at the end of the flight. Oh, another downhill forehand at least. Oh, and downhill flex forehand with the overstable plastic. There's another one. Forehand overstable throw.
Yeah, he's really showing his variety here, isn't he?
Look, Timmy, it's gotten a little tired. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but
I honestly don't see the problem. I'm happy to be a Timmy Bowen fanboy here. Go Prodigy.
Look, without stepping too much on Matty's toes, I think I might have a bit of an explanation.
Please, if you do.
I think that so I struggled a lot when I first started throwing Prodigy, and the thing that you've got to adapt to, not only the letter and numbering system, but you've got to order the backhand and forehand discs. And I think Timmy's only gone and ordered the forehand disc in his package. Well, I initially left mine out, so he must have got my allocation. But yeah.
Yeah, look, to me, it's just like if the postman was to share videos of himself slotting the mail every day. It's like, we know what you do, Tim. You throw flex forehands really It's a strength of your
It's like the
game.
supermarket checkout lady just scanning things over and
It's
over
like,
again.
we've come to expect it. We know you're very, very confident with that skill. Show us something else, Tim. Show us something else. The abundance of forehands, please. Just something else. We love your social media, but a bit of variety wouldn't go astray, boys.
Yeah, that's fair, matey. That's fair. Hard hitting, but fair.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm here to do. I'm keeping a very watchful eye on our.
You've got one more, matey?
One more, and we're going to end on a little light note here. It's going to be a little game we play with ourselves and our tens of viewers. It's a little guess who sort of game here, right? So I've had a lot of time, as I said, to comb through the depths of disc golf social media, and I've dug up some old photos of some pretty popular faces around the Australian disc golf scene. So what I'd like you three to do, and our watchers at home, is to guess which player the image you're about to see is of.
Oh, I like this.
Please, if you can, in the comments, share your thoughts, take your guesses. There's 7 of them.
We've got a suit.
The first one here.
Now, I'm a bit biased here. I will admit I know who this is, Matty. But
Jason's local players.
Jason's going to have no clue.
These are all
Australian
Australians.
player.
All local players, yeah. I'll give you a few more seconds there, Jase.
Nah, got nothing.
Kyle, do you want to pull the veil off on this one?
Jason, that's Matty Noblet.
No, it's not.
I know.
No.
What happened, Matt? If you're watching, or if someone knows Matt, what did he used to have a different job?
I think he was frozen in ice for 10 years, and Sean Aston and Paulie Shaw pulled them out from underneath his pool.
It is. He's got the inverse Encino
He's
there.
actually the footage from the SA Open that I've seen some people share. He seems to be heading more back this way. And I've said this, and this is the hell I'll die on. I've said this for a long time. There's a good-looking man under that visage that Matty Noblet puts out there.
I think he took a couple of years off to become Happy Gilmore's caddy.
Right. So you get on. Matty Noblet, if you're watching, love your work, mate. All right, next one, Matty.
All right, next one, Ash. Who do you think this one is, fellas?
Oh, boy.
So it looks like a guy that's far too young to be doing a beer bong. That's for sure.
Doesn't mind a little party. Doesn't mind a sesh.
Jeez.
Oh,
Now, this is a pretty old photo of this MPO player. He's one of the high-level players in Australia. I'll give you a few more seconds.
Is it Luke Bain?
I'm drawn by the hair. Is it Jade Brady?
It is not Jade Brady and it's not Luke Bain. Jade Brady is a decent guess. You're in the right part of the country.
Closer. Zach James? No.
No, any other guesses?
No.
Jade Brady's going for Ryan B.
Budge.
Yeah, no, not right. I can see what Jade means there. The baby face.
Country.
It could be Michael Serra.
He's got enough makeup on. I believe he's made up in this photo, so it might be a little misleading. I'm just going to drop the bomb here. It is Adam Rigby.
Oh my God.
He hasn't changed, boys.
Oh my goodness.
Ageless wonder.
He's aging very well.
That was 6 months ago.
Has he gotten any taller? I don't think there's any danger of that, Rig.
And yeah, the world's wimpiest beer bong. Well done, Adam.
All right, next one. All right, yeah, I really think, looking back, I really should have put the now photos. Next slide, shouldn't I?
Maybe next week.
Yeah. It looks the same now. All right, next one.
All right, so we're focusing on the gentleman on our left here, the musician.
With the guitar.
The guy that looks like someone you'd probably want to avoid at the hostel.
He's definitely
guitar playing around the fire guy.
You know Wonderwall is imminent.
Again, the hair's really throwing me here.
Yeah, this guy's his look.
That could be Paddy Robinson.
Yes, that is Paddy Robinson.
Yeah.
Jase is on the board there.
That's fantastic.
A young and explorative Paddy Robinson, just trying to figure out his identity, I believe. But he's aged very well as well.
He still goes around today saying, "I actually wrote Castle on the Hill. I just never recorded it."
All right, moving along. Good get there, Jase. Moving along here. All right, this is a young.
No, this bloke actually, that was taken yesterday.
All he's done is shave. No,
He's done nothing different, this guy.
I've gone deep into the history books for this one.
I'm going to go straight off the reaction and say it's probably Jase.
No.
No, is that not that's Tim Bowen, isn't it?
That is,
Oh, God.
that is a very young Tim Bowen. That might actually be a photo of a photo. It's that old.
What do you notice about this photo too, guys?
He's got a broken arm.
Which arm?
Broken right arm.
His forehand.
His forehand arm.
Yeah.
All right. Couple more.
He was doing all that flexing from a young age. All right, the next one. So another high school photo here.
I can see it. I just cannot put my finger on it.
I think it's almost resembles the Mad Max guy. Not Mad Max, the Mad Magazine character.
It's a very guitar pick shaped head, isn't it?
Maybe I should make it a bit easier for you guys.
Ruthless.
I'll make it a bit easier for you.
Okay.
I'll put Tweedle
That's Dylan
dumb.
Feldman.
I'll put Dylan Feldman.
The modern day
I'll put Tweedle dumb with Tweedledee.
That is not the lead singer of Panic at the Disco.
Oh, I feel so dumb.
Someone in the comments will get this one. I think they've got a better view of it than we do in the studio here.
Tell who the second is the guy on the left, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh my! Hater points to Dan.
That's
Roughly
fantastic.
come up clutch. It is Alan Grunsting on the left and Chris Ronalds on the right.
That's fantastic.
Does look like a guitar pick, doesn't he?
And Cassie's picked up Chris Ronalds as well.
Cassie, that's well done.
Love it. All right, Matty. Is that Media Watch, Matty?
We had one more.
Oh, you had one more.
My favourite one, but we don't seem to have included it. We'll save it for next week.
Okay. We got in the rundown. All right.
Bone you break, every step you take, I've been watching you.
All righty. So back now, we did have one tournament that happened in the week or so that we were off the air. So SA Open boys, Disc Golf Course, new course, first time a tournament probably of this size has happened there. It's fair to say. Kyle and I got to play it 6 months ago, probably September last year, I'd say, early September. We loved it. We thought it had a lot of potential, probably needed a few changes to the holes by the looks of what I've seen coming through from the boys and the girls over the weekend. It has had a few little tweaks and looked to play quite fun. But for a bit of a recap on that, I might just know the scores. How's that sound?
Yeah, we can work our way through.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic. Jase can unleash the iPad from its...
Yeah, the iPad's... the reason we're doing that is the iPad was on charge all night and didn't charge last night, so I'm going straight off the screen. But FA4 was won by Taylor Clark.
Can we just bring attention to third place there?
Pirate Bucky, yeah.
It's Pirate Bucky.
That's fantastic.
That is the
It sounds like one of those porn names, doesn't it?
Oh my God.
This is fantastic. The Pirate Bucky.
Pirate Bucky.
PDGA name. I love it.
I'm not seeing this.
Pirate
Sorry.
Bucky has taken all the attention there, but finished third behind Christy Hales Thornton and Taylor Clark with the win by 24, so 14 shots.
Yeah.
So pretty comprehensive there.
Shout out to Christy too, who's becoming a huge fixture in the SA disc golf scene. Doing a lot of work.
CHP?
Yeah, CHT, doing a lot of work around the leagues, and had a bit of a chat with her on Facebook today. She promised me, she posted something about South Australia and calling the wrong beers pints, and I argued with her, and she's promised that when I'm over there for Crater Lake, she'll make sure I organise the right size beers. So good on you, Christy, and good on you for all the work you're doing over there for SA Disc Golf, and now I believe for Australian Disc Golf. So good stuff.
And it's a tough second round there for Pirate Bucky. 125, so.
You went overboard a bit.
Wash Buckley.
We should mention Tobias Weber in MJ15.
MJ15, Tobias Weber, well done.
We love you,
He's
Toby.
solid,
He's
Tobias.
creeping towards Jason rating, and that are you worried, Jase?
Not at all, because
He's already
I'll
overtaken you in height.
I'll probably, he has overtaken me. His shoe size is about a 14.
Yeah, well.
Is it Tobias or Lucas?
Tobias. No, Tobias has got massive flippers as well.
He should have been a
That's
swimmer.
what they are swimmers.
Are they?
I
Yeah.
believe
Okay.
the whole family is swimmers. But
Yeah.
so he's going to outgrow you all, Tobias. There's no doubt about that.
Oh boy.
So next, MA4 and Daniel Marks over what looks to be his brother or some relation.
It's his brother.
Yeah, Nicholas Marks. Yeah, very close in rating there, but 6 shots between those two. And
Yeah, Daniel also doing a lot of work with Christy on the league. So, yeah, done a lot of work. I got to play that first tournament with Daniel out at Bel Air. Good man.
so well done, the Marks brothers there. Sorry, I was just waiting to get that one in.
Daniel, hit us up. Jason, happy to lease that out to you. I'm sure you've never heard it before, mate. But, shout out to you too. And shout out to Will Brennan down there in third.
On to MA3, and this looked like a bit of a close one between Matt Jennings and Ted Wachtel. But Matt Jennings getting it up by a shot, and it looks like Matt had a tougher second round and then reined it in on the last round to shoot a 66. So well done, Matt Jennings. And Duncan McIntosh, a notable Victorian in there. 4th place. He's playing some good disc golf after his Lamb Shank from
The
a
form
few
work.
months ago.
The
So
form work is paying off.
He's starting to put a round together every tournament, and before he knows it, it'll be 2 and then 3. So look out.
yeah, he's getting the better of the other Ballarat boys in Matt Hunter and Lee Joy there. So well done, Duncan.
All right, FA2.
FA2. Now these divisions in these disc golf tournaments, FA2, FA1, we've noticed, if I can pick up a theme from this year, they seem to be getting more players and they seem to be a lot closer fought. So, but on this occasion, Anita doing the damage by 13 shots over Kate Eldridge and her old sparring partner, Jessica Holman, in third. So well done, Anita, on yet another win.
Putting a fantastic season together.
And she certainly
It
is.
really is, yeah. And I think, if I'm not right, I think Hannah Crockett-Naney was the FA2 champion at Gambia at the Eruption late last year.
I see.
Took out Anita, so she's got one back there. I think, if I'm right. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, cool.
MA2 division. Henry Arnold, or Junior as we like to call him, getting the win there by just a shot. So one MA2. Did he play MA2 at Mount Gambier? Yeah, and won quite convincingly, didn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
So, Bradley Riches and AYJ taking it right up to him there. So only 2 shots between the top 3.
Yeah.
So well done. Don Carter coming in 4th there, another Victorian. Strong. Penn Lewis are also in the mix. So, pretty close division overall, MA2.
And, and then in 6th place, we've got Sarah's brother.
Yeah, we do. Sarah's brother,
Oh,
James.
goodness.
Lovely. All right, moving on. Uh-oh, this is a page.
Yeah. Now, there is a big Victorian contingent went over for the MA50 division. And, reporting it here first, Jeff Brunsing has been knocked off the top. He loves to win these tournaments. But, James Arnold, who would have to be Henry Arnold's dad.
Dad, I think, yeah.
So both
He'd be hard-pressed to be his brother.
He would be. But, so the Arnold clan taking away their divisions there. Jeff Brunsting and Doug Adams, a couple of shots behind in 3rd. And rarely plays a tournament, Mike Vanderlinden, went over to South Australia for a tournament.
Yeah.
Love to see that.
Mike had been over to play the course over Christmas, I believe, because his folks live right near the course. So he's pretty excited about that one, got over there. And it was just like a weekend at Bald Hill for Mike. He got done by Dougie Adams.
And rounding out the top 5, the better Bowen.
Yeah.
Terry.
All right. MA40.
MA40, my old mate, Mountain River Finance's own John Schlobom, taking out MA40, another one. He also took out the Tassie Open a couple of weeks ago so this time by a shot.
He's hard to beat on day one, isn't he, Johnny?
He is. He does have a big day one, and then I don't know whether he gets too hydrated after the first round or something like that.
Very refreshed.
He tends to drop off a little after that. Peter Gabe in second, a shot behind Dan Hartley, old Diamond Dan.
Diamond Dan, who had some diamonds on the line at the SA Open for the ace pool, I believe.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was giving away some diamond earrings.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you know you got a lot of diamonds when you can afford to give them away.
I've got the singer from Claw.
Yeah, I was going to say the singer from Claw's coming in.
Yeah. Good on you in fifth place there.
And Gambia's
own. Going to leash himself.
Yes. And Ryan Nicholson in fourth. So well on to the MA40 guys.
All righty. Sorry, I'm just keeping up with the comments here. What would be MA1?
MA1, a small MA1 division. Tim Davis and Tom Lee, or Bruce Lee, as he's called, looks like they went to a playoff.
And Tom's still allergic to winning.
Okay, so Tim Davis took that one. He did. And Jono Drag in third place, a shot behind. Camille Abratansky, a fourth place finish for him, equal with Ed Hesline and Throller's own Alan Brunsting. So well done to those boys.
How's the weather up there, Camille? You getting used to it? Are you acclimatized yet?
Good on him.
If you want to hear the full breakdown of Jono Drag's last couple of holes, listen to the Throwers podcast because they put it fantastically. He's a hell of a finish there. Cool. MP40.
MP40 was taken out by Youngblood Roach, home ground for him.
Pretty much. Yeah, he's an Adelaide man.
Yeah, loves that course. So he took it out over Ashley Gabe, the better Ashley. And a familiar name, one that I always butcher, Olatunji Akposani.
It's pretty close.
You've done well, actually.
And Damien Malco behind him, and then a bit of daylight. So well done, Youngblood, on another win.
Yeah.
In his gumboots again.
I don't know if he wore the gumboots this time. It was a slushy day when we saw him in ballet.
Now to the MPO division. Now this was a runaway win to one of Park Media's favourites, Aussie D, Austin D'Alessandro. So well done, Austin, over Tim Bowen, who loves playing disc golf in South Australia.
He does, doesn't he?
So much so that we've actually got some vision here of how much Tim Bowen loves playing disc golf in South Australia.
Let me just find it.
It's not another forehand flex, is it?
It's not. I don't think it is another forehand flick.
Okay.
Right, here we go.
But this is. Yep, there we go. It's a backhand. So there he is. He's having a great time in South Australia, Timmy. He's just out there. He's taking in the wildlife. He's taking in the scenery. So this is what he does when he gets to South Australia. So well done in his second place, Timmy. And sorry once again, mate.
Well,
so Luke Bain in third position, a shot behind Tim. And Paddy Robinson, equal with Luke Bain, Gareth Morgan, Marcus Valotta, and Paul Noisy Noisen.
Oh, Paul Noisy's there. Fantastic.
Yeah, so pretty tight category, but that's what we expect from MPO. And sorry again, Tim Bowen.
You're not.
I'm not.
Fantastic. So look,
drive-bys.
we got this say. Had to get all the door frames in Canberra replaced after his return. That's a big time. It's a pretty good intro because what we can't often do here is have a chat to the winner after a tournament. Would you agree, boys?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell you what, I've got him in the kennel right now.
You got the dog.
I've got the dog in the kennel right now. We've teased a special guest for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the dog on the line. He's had to go out and borrow a laptop. He's had to put himself in a nice room where it's well lit, and we've seen during the week the video content this man can put out. But without further ado, I think he's ready. Let's get the big dog. Look at him. Mate, wow. Oh, that was cool fun.
Boys.
I said to him yesterday, Ozzy, just figure out an entrance, mate. Name you want to put on there. He goes, yeah, I'll figure something out, mate. I'll figure something out. We wanted to surprise the Canberra boys. We've done that. How are you, mate? You get home all right?
Yeah, mate. I'm feeling great.
Fantastic. We've seen some fantastic content from you throughout the week. We haven't seen a lot of crowing about the win, but we have seen a lot of crowing in front of that very wall about your new gear, your new kit from Discman Yard. How's that going for you?
It's hit and miss. Sometimes good, sometimes relatively shit. I'm sure to be dialed for big buck.
Yeah, nice, mate. Nice. So, how did you find Bel Air?
I mean, I thought.
How did you find playing the course? Yep.
Pretty open. It wasn't the hardest throwing course, I don't think. It's just who made more putts, really.
Magnificent. Well, I think we'll throw to the boys, mate. They've got some questions for you. You look very comfortable there. I'm loving it.
Mate, it's a stark contrast to the professional Blake Houston. How are you feeling?
Spot on.
A lot to live up to in that interview. Look, I'm glad that Ash brought up the bag. Is there going to be a plastic stacks listing? I'm looking out for it. I've just had my notifications set. Any news?
Mate, I'm looking out for it too. I couldn't tell you what's going on. I'm just hoping to actually have the bag sorted before Vic and not just show up and wing it.
Look, we know that you'll do well regardless. But yeah, let us know where that house deposit ends up.
Aussie Jase here. How you going, mate?
Oh no. Yeah, good Jase, thanks.
So you've had some big wins of like South Australian Open, Summer Sling, and you also came third in the Park Doubles Cup. Do any of those three things compare in any way to your first Lamb Shank tank entry last week?
It's funny you mention that because that Lamb Shank entry, that was probably more confident than I have been the last two comps I've won. I think that's the game, actually, I've come to realise. Just lose all
we knew you had that wrapped up on the day, mate, unfortunately.
Yeah. Look, it's. I think Jacob Curtis could learn a thing or two about the commitment put into this shot. We'll just watch it here again for you. Let you know.
If you can't remember it, mate, this is it.
Yeah, mate, just point and shoot. Oh, no.
Oh, the slow-mo. No, we're going to save him that pain. Matt, did you have any questions for the dog?
Have you got any more? Or because Matty's got there.
Oh, yeah, no, actually. I'll continue. What's the plan for Vic Open? Have you played much Inverleigh? Are you coming down with a plan in mind, or are you just going to rock up and smell the course out?
Last time I played Inverleigh, it was not pretty. But yeah, the plan is to just rock up and win it.
Yeah.
Love it. If I can just get off that first tee shot without hitting first available on the left, I think I'm off to a good start.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So are you feeling that rocket I put up you on the last episode? And can anything be attributed to that rocket I put up you at all? Or?
Mate, I seen that. I actually went to send Jase. I sent Ash a message to tell him to shove it back up here after the second day. I held on to it a little bit. I didn't want to say that and then shit the bed again.
Yeah, it was after round one, I think, wasn't it, mate?
Oh,
you go, is it too early to stick it up, Jay? Go, yeah, probably, mate.
So one thing in the last couple of weeks, we had Blake Houston on last week, and as you've probably seen, he's got his own T-shirt out. He's got his own logo and all that sort of stuff. And I reckon, based on what looking forward, I can pretty much guarantee that I don't reckon you're far off having your own T-shirt. But I know you've probably been busy winning tournaments and throwing your new discs and all that sort of stuff. So what I've done, mate, it's got me thinking, boys.
Oh,
It's got me thinking.
Thinking Jason.
Does Ozzy want me? Did he want me to design him 3 possible T-shirts that he could have as his own?
Oh, no.
And I thought, absolutely love that. So I'm just gonna flash them up here for you, mate, and I'll give you some. Like you get back to me in a couple of weeks. You don't have to sort of tell me straight away which one you want to go with, but this is our first one I came up with.
That's clean.
Is he announcing that, Drew?
So it's just one of your trademarks there with one of our favourite photos. So I can see that one getting around the course definitely. But have a think about that. You don't have to make a decision now. I'll flash the second one up for you now, and that's just we just call the Oz dog. But I think everyone will know exactly who's walking towards them when you're wearing that T-shirt, definitely. But the third one's probably my favourite, and it comes from the Nationals, and that is a silhouette of the hand of dog. I mean, I can see at least 2 of these, possibly 3 of these, just walking all around the courses, mate. So, like I said, you have to make a decision now, mate. You have to think about it. I can tell that you absolutely love them all, mate. So,
I'm reckon all 3 of them.
The orders are already coming through in the comments. Look at it. We're making sales live.
The camera boys are back.
They never left, mate. They've been in the chat since last week.
So I think we've actually got a little bit of a new segment on our horizon now.
Yeah, Ozzy, I don't know you too well, mate. Obviously, I know your disc golf probably better than I know you. And this segment's more about deviating from disc golf and getting to know you as a person, all right? So this is called the Spit Out. I'm going to ask you 5 questions, some personal, some a little more broad. But I just want you to answer honestly, instantly. You don't have to think about it too much, just so myself and the people at home can get to know the disc golfer off the course a bit more. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, mate.
All right. Glad you said yes. This is the Spit Out with Austin D'Alessandro. All right, Austin, what's your favourite book of all time?
Never read a book in my life.
What about a caddy book?
No, I haven't read that either.
Comics.
All right, I've had a I think it's no secret you're sort of known as one of the better looking players on the Aussie scene, so I'm imagining you haven't had too much trouble. The shine. So I imagine you haven't had too much trouble in the past, courting a mate, let's just say. So what I'd like to know is how old were you when you had your first proper date, and what did it involve?
Oh, fuck. I don't even know.
Too many to recall?
I think there was ice skating once back in the day, and I don't know how to ice skate.
I signed up to see a show dog on ice.
I think I spent more time on the ground than I did upright.
I think you might have taken Frosty to KFC at one point. Is that what you suggested?
I'm sure you're impressed either way, mate.
Yeah.
Third question here. Do you think aliens exist?
What?
Do you believe in the existence of aliens?
Yeah. Yeah, mate.
I had to know, mate. I had to know. So, as the one of the shirts alluded to earlier, you're commonly known as the Oz dog. If you're an actual dog, what breed would you be and why?
Oh, man.
I know, this is pretty hard-hitting stuff.
Dog right now.
I can't even think of a
Little
job.
pit bull or something. Just something. No, one of those like fat pit bulls that just walks his way around the course, owns the joint.
The little Pomeranian, Jade Brady, has suggested Great Dane in the chat there.
Yeah.
He'd definitely be a dangerous breed. I think there's no doubt about that.
One of the domineering ones. Big dog on campus.
Just an alpha, maybe.
Yeah. And look, the last one here, Ozzy. What did you buy your girlfriend for her last birthday?
Oh man, actually, I was in luck. I think we started dating after her birthday, and it hasn't rolled around yet. What am I buying? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
I think one of those Ozdog shirts might go okay.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd love that. Yeah.
Can't get enough. Couldn't get enough of the dog, mate. Thanks for that. You answered very well for the first mate. And that was the spit out.
It was smooth. That was smooth. Anyone that watched the what's it called, the front bar last night, Matty stole that directly from the front bar and thought, I'm going to do that to Ozzy tomorrow night. And I said, good luck, mate. Good luck.
Ozzy made it work. Otherwise, it was a bit of a shambles.
Most of his answers I could have told you straight off the bat would be, yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate.
So, anything else for the big dog boys?
Mate, that's about all I could possibly ever want to know, I think.
I think we've covered the gamut, yeah.
But apart from the fact that we're obviously looking forward to you coming down to Victoria, mate. And we're looking forward to watching you play the Vic Open.
Mm.
So, yeah, apart from that, mate, I'll see you then.
Yeah.
Is it too early to put a tip on Austin so he shits the bed
No,
around?
he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it.
I've already backed him for the Vic Open, I told you.
Oh, yeah, right.
I don't even know what I'm throwing.
Well, mate, I think I'm picking lots of big hyzers, lots of rollers, and just Austin lines. I'm looking forward to it, mate. Plenty of room for it in Inver. Mate, you've been playing some fantastic disc golf the last couple of months. We've been lucky enough to watch most of it, and some of it even after official rated rounds. So it's been the pleasure and the privilege has been ours, mate. And we look forward to having you in the great state of Victoria very, very shortly for the Vic Open out at Inverleigh.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks,
See you,
mate. Thanks for coming on tonight. And also, shout out to, I think it's Eloise, isn't it, that stayed up till 3 a.m. the other night taking that video of you?
I appreciate that. I'm sure she's watching this right now.
very, very lucky you didn't make that on the you're very lucky that didn't make it on the media watch. But yes, mate. We'll let you get back to the turkeys. Thanks for coming on again, mate. Appreciate it, and we'll see you in Victoria shortly.
Says.
Oh, always a blast, Ozdog.
Well, yeah, he is a man of the people, and
That's
yeah,
exactly how an interview with Austin would have gone. I would have thought.
but yeah, I think that's the best entrance we'll possibly ever have on the Parks.
Yeah, and it's definitely thrown the gauntlet down to any potential future guests we have. I mean, we don't want to see just pop up on camera. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you care.
Zach James literally played with him today, and he doesn't think to mention it. Wow. Yeah.
Not with a social media mogul. Don't you already know this?
I asked Ozzy last night to do this, and he would have been stressing all day about it. So he probably forgot everything that happened today, I'd imagine, Zach. It's got nothing to do with you. But yeah, he didn't want us to forward sell it, but thanks to the big dog for coming on there, and congrats on the play over the last month or so and the wins he's had. Now, speaking of play over the last couple of months or so, boys, I want to try something here. I want to bring up a topic, and I want to hear your thoughts on it, because it's something that's probably occurred to a lot of. We're going to. He was carrying a laptop with him during the round. I was there.
Mate, are you sure that's not his new overstable disc that he's just got from Discmania?
But yeah, look, I was watching the Throw Pink Women's. I was watching the Texas Stakes over the weekend, and I noticed something that hasn't quite occurred to me in the way that it has this time round when watching disc golf. So I'm watching MPO and I'm watching FPO. And I realised for the first time, fully realised that they're playing different courses and what that means. And there's not a lot of tournaments in Australia where FPO and MPO will play different courses. There's not a lot of tournaments where you'll play two different versions of the same course. We had it at Sizzler, And I definitely saw the benefit in ratings not being rated against the MPO guys and all of that sort of stuff. So my question to you, and I've floated this at the pub after Stony Skins and got some thoughts on it. My question to you is, are we doing FPO and we doing lower divisions dirty by having them all play on the same course as MPO? What are your thoughts, gentlemen?
Jase, do you want to kick off?
Yeah, so I don't know what particular side of the debate this sits on, but I am not a big I can't really pick either way. I really don't think it matters, to be honest. So I suppose that's the negative side of this argument. I don't think it's a big deal. I think really you're playing against each other and you're all rated against the same field at the end of the day. So that's my personal opinion. I can't speak for the ladies themselves, but that would be my personal opinion. Is it may make a slight difference to ratings, but it doesn't make a difference to the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thoughts.
Well, I mean, I know we're four guys sitting on a couch talking about this, but we have had the 7-time weigh-in pretty strongly in the chat there. If we just look at the screen, Cassie's come in with a big yes. So I think we know how she feels about it. Yes, right. Cool. Cool. Kyle? You'll probably, you've probably got a wider understanding of ratings and that sort of stuff than Jason, perhaps.
So,
not to talk down on Jason.
I'll kick off with the fact, I feel like we're in a weird spot in disc golf at the moment where ratings mean an awful lot for the number they actually represent. They're useful for judging sponsorships, and it's an easy thing for sponsors to look at and be like, cool, am I sponsoring a player who's going to be at the top end of their field, whatnot? It's also really good for those tiered registrations and things like that and field quality. But also, the ratings don't really mean that much. If you win a tournament, you win a tournament. And to look at golf as a parallel, I guess, whether that's from the men's tees or the ladies' tees, it really doesn't change much. And I think that the different courses could allow for more exciting disc golf. You're not trying to land in completely different landing zones, and you actually get to play, the same or similar lines that test your skills rather than, these awkward 150-foot gaps between, landing zones for the men and landing zones for the women. And if it makes the sport more exciting to watch, I think it's fantastic to have it played on different courses. And I think if it's a short-term utility for helping ratings get to a point where the sport can evolve past them, I think that's also really good.
Yeah, and I definitely see what you're saying with the ratings don't mean so much, but I mean, they do, right? Yeah. They matter to us every, the second Tuesday of every month. We're refreshing our computer and going, what's my rating gone to or gone up to or gone down to? But what I'm talking about is it's more, they do it all over Europe. They do it all over the US. Every time it's a different course. It's 1,000 feet shorter, right? And it's perhaps not a rating that matters so much of being rated similar to men, to MA1, to MA2, to MPO, but a rating that's commensurate with the skill level, their skill sets, the different player levels, ability, all the way down to your MA4s and MPOs. And perhaps in the past it's been we haven't had the propagators in the lower divisions to do that. Let's have a look at I'd love to hear what Cassie thinks of this. I think you need to look at layouts like Inverleigh Gold, and for women disc golf, it is a very hard course to play for AM women in particular. Yeah, well, I'd love to hear Cassie's thoughts on it. I mean, no one would know Inverleigh or women's disc golf in Australia probably better than Cassie Sweeten, I would say. So yeah, that's sort of my take on it and where I sit is that it's it's difficult. I mean, we can say I think fairly that women do not throw as far as men. There's never been a distance comp where they've thrown anywhere near as far as the furthest men throwers. And I think Jason made a good point when we were discussing this earlier that they should be winning a tournament. You should be looking to win a tournament by birdieing, not by winning a tournament by hanging on and not bogeying. Which is how I feel a lot of the time. Yeah, and it wouldn't take much.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much. It would take a few different T-pads here and there, and you've got a different course. Matty, have you got some thoughts on the matter? Actually, we've got something coming from Emma Weekworth at the moment. I don't like having different layouts personally. To me, a different layout equals a different competition. And currently we don't have enough women for a separate comp. Yeah, I see that too. And that's probably why they haven't done it in the past. Like I just mentioned, I would say, is that there wouldn't have been enough propagators. There wouldn't have been enough for a different comp. But if we're looking at maybe, your MA4, your MA3, like they did at Sizzler, and then all your women's divisions, which are now getting a lot fuller, then maybe we've got something to look at there. Matty?
To sort of address Emma's point, I think you could probably package up MA4 and maybe even MA3 into playing this alternative layout with the ladies. But to extend on Jason's point about the scoring, and I mean it in both senses of the term, you want to see some good scores win a tournament. Yeah. I know it's only academic, the maths of it. But when I say scoring, I also mean the birdies.
Yeah, I think, the birdies mean you've played the hole well.
Yeah.
And it means you've played the hole better than the average. So
you've scored. They literally call it scoring, and we know what it's like when we play a course we're a little out of our depths in, and you walk away going, I can only birdie 2 of these.
You get 2 birdie looks for the weekend.
Yeah, and that's if you're good. It's not very satisfying. It's not very fulfilling, and it doesn't inspire you when you walk away and you're happy with an 18 over. I've been there.
You can be leading a tournament in some tournaments at 18 over, and I don't know how satisfying that is for you. I come off a course and shot 16 over once and was like, oh shit, I'm in 3rd place. Okay, but that's it. You're playing against yourself. You're playing against the course. You're playing against whatever, but you want to score. Yeah. Like that question I brought up last time we were on air, and someone asked me, do you want to have 10 birdies on red or 2 birdies on gold for the weekend? And I said, absolutely, 10 birdies on red. Like you want to score. That's what we come here for, right? Cool.
And I think, to briefly jump back to Cassie's point of the Inverleigh Gold, it's a very daunting course. And looking at it from a growth of the sport perspective, if you have women AMs and women AMs coming to play disc golf for the first time and they shoot 15 over, it's going to be a very daunting experience. And
they shoot 15 over on Inverleigh Gold, they'd be up there in FA2, I reckon.
Absolutely. But
they're up there in MA3.
But when all of the rhetoric around golf as an example sport for disc golf and as an exemplar is to shoot under par, it's very disheartening. And it's not like your casual player is going to come out and be like, oh, that'd be rated a 910 or an 870 and be like, that's actually really good. And it's, I guess that's my additional 2 cents.
Yeah, that's it. It's purely a thought that I had when thinking about it and wanted to get you guys. And I'm so grateful that Emma and Cassie and those that have weighed in on it for that female player perspective on this that we obviously don't have on this couch, and hope that we can keep this discussion going because yes, it's a bit more work for a TD, but in some cases it's not. It's a few different tee pads. It's courses that have already got them. We've got Cassie again, lovely. I think if you look at scores from 2022 Aussie Champs, there would not have been a lot of birdies in the women's divisions. Yeah, we probably should have done that. But I might go back and definitely have a look at it. So I guess from what Cassie says there, they played the same courses at Aussie Champs there. And to me, when you've got, different courses
everywhere around the world, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I looked up during the week the European swing last year of the DGPT and the US events so far this year. Every single one of them a different course, and every single one of them at least 7 to 1,000 feet shorter in full distance to the MPO course. So look, I don't want to put more pressure on TDs, but I think when you're looking at a tournament, certainly like the Sizzler that did do it to some extent. And had us on different courses on different days, allowed us to obviously score better, rate better, and play against the course that was more at our skill level and challenge ourselves. I think there's definitely something to look at when you do have multiple courses on the same property, or the ability to just put a few different tee pads in for the women's and shorter throwing divisions of the men's divisions. Yeah. Or the mixed divisions, sorry. Cool. Any final thoughts on that, guys?
No, I think we've just summed it up, and we'd love to continue having the chat with.
Probably an unresolved issue for a while, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something we're going to solve tonight, is it?
No.
Yeah, well, speaking of things we're not going to solve tonight, and speaking of the FPO division, I did want to bring up something that I noticed watching the women's coverage from the Texas States over the weekend. And I will preface this with definitely not shitting on the women's the women's play when I bring it up, but I do want to show you guys something as an example.
And the struggles continue. Once again, you can see that the basket's taller. Hannah misses low on her birdie putt. Here's Kristen for a par. Also low. A lot of these baskets are up a little higher than normal with pretty tall cages. Mm-hmm. So I think everyone probably adjusting.
Oh no,
boy.
These cages are tall, though, and this basket, again, is a little high. I feel like we're just going to see a lot of these little nubbies.
Right, so obviously getting some cage hits, some spit outs and that sort of thing over the weekend, and the explanation coming from the commentators, the cage is a little bit higher. You know, the baskets are a little bit higher than normal. They look pretty normal to me. So I looked into the tournament and what it was. The course, I think it was at Texas State's, I think that was actually Sprinkle Valley. That was Throw Pink Women's, yeah. Sprinkle Valley course, looked it up on UDisc, found out they've got MVP black hole portal baskets, and I've never seen one before. The in the ground baskets. I've seen the portable baskets, but I've never seen the in the ground one. So I wanted to have a look at it, and I looked them up, and I noticed something startling, boys.
Oh, hello!
Have a look at this. Right, so we've got a Rad Ace basket on the right. We've got an MVP portal on the left. The baskets that we're talking about, yeah, right. So I'm calling out MVP here. I'm calling out MVP for Nick and Designs.
Big.
Massive.
Big.
Massive. And look, if you need any more proof that they were, that they have MVP have nicked the designs from the Rad Ace basket, have a look at this. The Queensland Open. Out it comes. That's a Rad Ace basket.
Very nasty roll right there.
Let's have another look at exactly how that happened.
So we've hit dead center.
It just finds the pole and comes straight back out.
Yeah.
That was filth.
Yeah.
Inside the boundary with that roll away. No.
Oh, still going.
Yeah. I don't know what the two hot geese would think about that honk. But yes, just something I noticed. But I was more blown away by the similarity of the two baskets. I know Rad have probably trying to keep ahead of MVP's overt plagiarism. Have recently upgraded their design to one that looks slightly different to that. Looks like it's got a different cage, and we've seen some I think we played on them at Sizzler.
Yes. Yeah, the new baskets.
Played on them at the Sizzler. And I placed pretty well, so I'm a big fan of those baskets. And seeing them around a bit. Yeah, very sus, Broden, very sus. I'm calling MVP out there. Keep making relays, MVP. But, watch that basket design. Now, next, what have we got? Upcoming events. We've talked a bit about the Vic Open. I've talked a bit about the Crater Lakes Classic. I'm pretty excited to get over to Crater Lakes again. Shout out in the chat if you are going to Crater Lakes, and we'll have an Imperial pint on the Saturday evening, I believe. Don't order a pint, order a schooner, because you'll get a schooner. Order an Imperial pint. But yeah, what else? What else have we got coming up, boys? The Vic Open.
Yeah, the Vic Open's coming up, which we can all get out to Inverleigh and get absolutely smacked by. You're not playing, are you, Matty?
No, I'll be drinking and filming though.
Right.
I'm really good to know. I'll let the audience know that this is the first time out of it, so I'm glad that you're in, Matty.
Let's have a beer.
And Kyle, you're playing?
I'm playing. I'm picking up a disc for the first time in a while to play the Vic Open and, like you, get absolutely slaughtered by Inverleigh. Fresh off my feature in the Shank Tank, I'm ready for some redemption.
You were in the Shank Tank 2 weeks in a row. I'm pretty
needed.
Sure.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So that's about that's what we've got coming up.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, I did want to bring up the Vic Open mainly because we're going to have some merch there. We mentioned our first series of Park Stamp discs that are coming, and Kyle will remember the discs we're getting.
We are getting some warships in red loose VIP plastic. We're getting some transparent bergs, which would be fantastic. We are also getting some moonshine rivers. So those are pretty delightful. And then I believe, I can't remember the fourth one, but it was good.
Was it a harp?
No, I don't think it was a harp. It was a berg, river, warship.
Justice.
There we go. Thanks, Jase.
Imagine me coming up with the disc.
That's a struggle.
Shout out Justice.
Our Justices will be in lucid plastic in a nice hot pink with the park stamp on top. So if you are a thrower of any of those molds or Gareth Morgan, hit us up.
Or even if you're not, and you just want to park this.
That's also true. Help us.
Come and check them out.
Get out to the events.
Yeah, we'll have them shortly, and we'll share pictures of them on all the socials. But we've also got, for those of you that have got a Velcro rail on your bag, you might have seen it on our socials, is park patches. So they're embroidered. The park logo. So Jason's going to hold it up to the camera there a bit closer. There we go. Yeah, lovely. So those will fit nicely on your pound, on your grip bag, or I believe the new Berg's Iceberg has a patch rail on it. So if you get one of them, hit us up. We'll be at the Vic Open. I'll bring a handful of them to the Crater Lakes Classic. $5 goes to parked, goes to helping us get to tournaments and keep getting out this coverage. So and we've still got a heap of these. Not a heap, but we've got a handful of these hoodies and t-shirts left, which we'll bring into all the tournaments.
The first runs.
First runs.
Don't miss out on the first runs, guys.
Don't miss out on the first runs. They're still available. They're going on eBay for a couple of $100, but they're still sitting over there in a duffel bag in my lounge room. So.
Wonderful. That'll be great.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to talk about tonight.
There's probably the only thing I can think of is if I was Matty, Kyle.
Yeah.
If I was to make this symbol, do you know what I'm doing?
Shoving it up someone's ass.
Oh, fuck me.
This is the international symbol for it's time for Lamb Shanks.
Serve lamb on Australia Day.
Now, I need to get serious for a second. Parked Media family, Nuffies, wherever you are watching, that after this week's Lamb Shanks, I'm officially out of entries into the Shank Tank. So I'm putting it on you all to get out there and get footage of your mates and your friends and your partners and your family members shanking shots, because I need to see them and I'm running out. And this is my fuel. This is the sort of thing that keeps me going. So the last thing anyone wants to happen is we run out of Lamb Shanks, because I mean, Andrew Dillon, the CEO from the AFL, he was in touch with me during the week and he asked me to play down Lamb Shanks this week because they really wanted to make a go of this AFL gather round thing.
Yeah.
So I've just had to play it down a little bit. Now I haven't got a pick this week. But I have got 2 entrants that were sent to me. And the first one was sent by a fellow MO3 player who I often play with. His name's Troy Burke. He's a great man. Shout out, Troy, if you're watching. Now, this is of an MPO player from New South Wales. His name's Artem something. I haven't got his last name. Artie. Well, he calls him Artie on this. Now, he took this video of Artie throwing a 360 on the water carry hole at the Sizzler.
Oh, boy.
Artie, let's have a look at what you did, mate.
Oops, sorry.
Let's see in slow motion. 360.
There's a lot of momentum being gained there, isn't there?
Oh, and what do we think of that?
That's safely.
That was a change. Now, it was actually safe, that shot.
It was safe.
But not an ideal 360. I think you want it usually to go about probably 140 metres further than that. So, maybe put that one back in the bag.
What I loved was Artie clearly didn't have any idea that Troy was filming him, and Troy didn't want him to know, because as soon as Artie turns around after his shot and gets within eye range, the camera just goes, whoops!
And I love the fact that that Troy still sent it in. So we love that. Thanks very much, Troy, for sending that in. Now, the next one I have. So, yeah, thanks very much, Troy, for sending that in. And keep them coming, guys. Now, Troy goes into the draw. Now, I did mention this a couple of episodes ago. There is going to be a prize for the best home viewer Lamb Shank. I can't exactly tell you what that prize is, but it will be worth getting. So
he also can't tell us. So
I can't even tell myself at the moment, but there will be a prize. And as soon as we work out what that is, it's going to be worth winning. So make sure you send them in. The email address is on the bottom of your screen. Now, number 2 is from one of our favourites, former Melbourneite, who's moved to Queensland. One of the loveliest people in disc golf, Mrs. Tanya Bean. She sent me this one, which she has done a little bit of editing and a little bit of creative work to, which you know, I absolutely love. I think we all love it. So she thought she would just now her husband Eamesy, who we all know, David Eames, threatened to send this video in. It was on Habitat Noosa. It was at Habitat Noosa a couple of weekends ago. So she thought it was a bit lame, so she jazzed it up a little bit in true Tanya Bean form, and this is what she sent us.
Tanya.
Whoops. She's got a follow plot in there.
It's got little pics on there and everything. So well done, Tanya. And you're in the Shank Tank for this week as well. And you go into the draw for that stunning prize, guys. That stunning Lamb Shank prize. But unfortunately, because of the lack of disc golf this week and just running out of home view videos, that is another week of Lamb Shanks.
I'm doing a lamb roast.
Serve lamb on Australia Day.
Whoops. Nah, played the full video. Don't worry about it. Good shanks, Jase. Good shanks. And like Jase says, get them in. Film your mates. We're not going to scroll your social media to find Lamb Shanks. You need to send them to us. You need to shank your mates or shank yourself like Tanya did, and we will get them onto the clubhouse. Now, that's about all we've got time for tonight, but I'm just checking the run sheet. Uh-oh.
He's back.
He's back.
How does he keep getting in here?
I don't know. I'd probably leave the door open, but Professor Parked has made his way into the studio, who I still haven't made an intro for.
Oh, neither have I.
Professor.
Hello. Howdy, gents.
Did you enter from the ceiling?
I did. Matty's really hard to get past. He's a bit of a wide load with all of those back injuries.
Hey, I've put on a couple, but gee, feeling a little sensitive at the moment.
That's okay, Matty. You'll be more sensitive after this trivia. Tonight, I have a bit of a group challenge for the Lottia. And when I say the Lottia, I mean Jathan, Matty, Ash, and everyone in the chat.
Right.
Googling is frowned upon, but I would understand. So the name of the game is, I've been looking through some PRKD approved discs, and there have been a lot of new discs from Clash. But I'm wondering how good your memory is as to what discs they have. So I have all 28 of their discs.
I know they have the peach.
And together, you will get 3 strikes.
All right.
I might as well sit this one out.
As many as you possibly can. Jason, you're a man with an appetite. And I think you'll be quite handy for Clash. So let me know. I will confirm or deny. Let's go round the couch and let me know. What do we got?
I think Matty's got one straight up.
Yeah, we know Ditzy Disc Golf's peach.
Fantastic.
And the disc she throws is also called the peach.
Matty is one down.
We're probably going to need to chat here. Kathy
got the
Popcorn.
popcorn.
Thank you, Cassie. That was the only one that I think.
I think is it a honey? Is that one of them?
Honey is correct.
Yeah.
3 down, 25 to go. Ash.
I'm going to go with the salt.
The salt is another good one.
I believe that's a putter.
Pepper.
Pepper is one.
That was a
Jason's
production,
just guessing
Jay.
now. We're good.
Spice?
Spice is an Eric Oakley signature series. Correct.
Did not know Eric Oakley was on Team Clash. I'm going to go with bubblegum.
Bow, bow.
So I think I've got one.
One
This is, I think,
strike.
one that creates a lot of conjecture. There's a mint,
There is a mint.
but it's not a mint disc. It's a Clash disc.
No, you're right. Butter. Cassie's on it.
Kathy is saving our
You can't have popcorn without some butter.
We need you here, Cats. Don't go anywhere.
8 down, 20 to go.
Turmeric.
Activated the charcoal.
I'll take that as a Jase.
Cheesy garlic bread.
Okay.
We'll go to the kitchen. Are they all kitchen themed?
They're all food themed, food and spice.
Okay. We've got one from honey syrup. Is there a strawberry?
There is not a strawberry.
What about
strikes?
Watermelon.
Okay, I'll give you some more strikes.
there a
'cause
watermelon?
This is ridiculous.
Kathy's got one. What about fish and chips?
Fish and chips, no love.
Okay.
They're an American brand. They're an American brand, right?
They're
American.
Northern European.
Oh,
Yeah.
We got the cookie from Blake Houston.
Blake Houston is also saving your ass.
cookie. So the European brand.
Yes.
Uh,
Cling wrap.
the cling
Oh,
wrap.
Frosty, so close.
Kransky.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like some of us are taking this seriously.
Yeah.
Now my trivia is just a laughing stock. Careful, Matty. I'll storm out over you in a moment.
Potato.
No potato.
Egg.
What about oregano?
So we've hit 3 strikes, but I'll give you 5 because
okay.
I feel like that just
How
keeps
many
the
we
phone going. You've got
Is Cam Mitchell stitching us up?
5. You've got 9 out of 28. You've got 19 more. Cam Mitchell is stitching you up.
Right, mayonnaise. Okay, so I'm going to assume condiments are out.
Have we covered apple as fruits? Have they delved into the fruits?
So I tried watermelon, but that was no go.
Watermelon was no good for
Do
Jase.
you want to throw a watermelon? No.
It'd be a beefy disc if it was.
Not a lot of fade. No. Watermelon.
Northern European.
Oh, we're going to need some clues, I think.
Grape.
All right, we've got no grape, but there should be one. What do we got?
We've got the honey, but Blake's got the wild honey. The wild honey sounds familiar.
Wild honey is a disc. Justice bombed it. He did good.
Okay. Oh, the candy.
The candy is another one. Cassie's done more than you have. for this
Cocoa
couch.
is one? Yeah.
The cocoa is not one.
Okay.
No cocoa.
What kind of restaurant might we go to eat a Clash disc?
It's used in a lot of Southeast Asian cuisine. It's
MSG.
no, that's coming out next year from Clash. It's
Okay.
yet to be approved. We're talking spices here, fellas.
Spices.
Spices.
Oh, I know the one you mean, but I can't get anywhere near it. Garam masala.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Got one. Let's go.
What about sugar?
Sugar is not there.
Desiccated coconut.
Yeah. So is peach the? Oh no, I'm fixated on the peach here. Right. Is that the only fruit?
No, there's more fruits. I'll give
soy sauce from
ginger. That was the one I was hinting at, Cassie. Well done.
All right, nicely done. Okay.
All right. I'll give you another one as an introduction. We've got a peppermint.
Peppermint.
Yes, I've seen the peppermint. Yeah.
Oh, peppermint. Yeah, okay.
Come on,
So
fellas.
that's a herb.
Yep.
Continental parsley.
Peppermint, oregano.
We've got
Thyme.
We're halfway there.
Thyme. What's the one Haiti Liner advertises?
Spring onion.
No.
Adriana was advertising one.
All right. I think
Dragon fruit.
I think I'm going to call it at this point.
Durian.
But the ones you missed. So the most recent three, which
Aubergine.
are moving it slightly different direction, is millet, barley, and almond.
I don't even know what
That's
millet
basically
is.
beer.
It's millet.
That's basically beer.
That is beer. We've got guava, lotus,
That's not a... Is that a fruit?
sage,
They sound like
a flower.
cherry,
they sound like vodka cruiser
Cherry,
flavors.
fudge,
Fudge.
vanilla, then soda, and berry, and mango. The
There's
ones you
your fruit.
missed.
There's all your fruit ones,
Yeah.
berry and mango.
Look, you did all right.
How strange that this lineup of people on a couch missed the fruits.
Well, it's a shame, but Cassie's proved that anything that Jason can't do and Matty can't do, Cassie can do very, very well. That also carries for throwing a disc. So
I didn't see where you were going with that one.
I don't think we needed that proof.
Everyone can see ratings of
Cassie's been the
PBJ, mate.
MVP tonight of this quiz and the chat. So good stuff. Great to have you there, Cass. Now, speaking of having you there, thank you, Professor Park. It was great to. I don't know how he keeps getting in, but he keeps getting in. But speaking of having you there, Kathy did it without Google too.
That's impressive.
Wow, I just don't know that much about frisbees yet. Certainly not clash discs. But we did say having you there. Speaking of having you there, we're in talks at the moment. I'm comfortable to announce it because we'll figure out a way to do it one way or the other. 25th of April, night before the Vic Open starts. I hope I've got the date right. Whatever date it is, the night before the Vic Open starts, we will be doing a live clubhouse with an audience from somewhere near Inverleigh Disc Golf Club, boys. We'll have a panel. We'll have an audience. We'll be on the beers wherever we are, and we will get people into the clubhouse to cheer, heckle, scream at us, shout things out. You don't have to shout at us in the chat. We'll think of some fun things to do with you. We'll think of some stuff to give away. We'll have our frisbees there. Maybe we'll give one of them away because we don't want to get into our bottom line too much. But we will be doing a live, in-person, audience-based, audience welcome clubhouse episode from the Vic Open. We're pretty excited about it. The boys are pretty nervous about it, but we're going to get it happening. So if you are staying down at the Vic Open, keep that Thursday night free. I know it's Anzac Day, so we'll all be sauced up after watching Essendon. Tim's house sounds good. Little Timmy Bowen's Palace. I don't reckon he's letting us in there, to be honest, after the paper.
He might let you all in, but he won't let me in.
Huge. Hopefully we can find a venue big enough. Thank you. Thank you from BV. Disc golf. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look, we'll find a venue. We're talking with the tournament team at the moment. Hopefully, trying to utilise some sponsors if we can. Otherwise, I'll put the marquee up and we'll do it at the disc golf club outside. But yeah, we're gonna get that happening. Tee-off paved the way for us at Nationals last year, and so we're just going to go ahead and do it. So look out on your inbox. We're going to need a whole bunch of guests to get us through that one. We'll have some live shanks and we'll do some live disc golf content for you at the Vic Open. So keep that night free, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we've got time for tonight, guys. We've almost run exactly to time. Must be because Matty Faz is back and he needs to get to bed. But thank you for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching in the chat. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Hit us up if you want to get one of those patches. We will be pumping out the information on our first Park Stamp discs on our socials pretty soon. As soon as we get them, as soon as they arrive, we'll be getting sent pictures of them. So keep an eye out for that. We're stoked you could join us. Clubhouse is live every second Thursday night, and then off nights when we're going to do a live show from the Vic Open. So until then, everyone,
Park it.